Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a video on concealers and whether the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer is a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. Now, I made a video a few months back on the Maybelline Age Rewind and if it was a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, and in the last month, for some reason, it's just getting like 1,000 views a day, and I've had a lot of commenting on that. So a lot of people, you know, thought I was crazy for even comparing the Maybelline Age Rewind to the Tarte Shape Tape. But again, I did say that it was in my opinion. I didn't think it was a complete dupe, because there is no complete dupe for the queen of concealers. This stuff is no joke, but you know, a lot of people can't either afford, you know, they don't want to shell out $20+ for a concealer, or depending on where you live, you can't always get the Tarte Shape Tape. So that's why I said, in my opinion, that the Maybelline Age Rewind was a pretty close, the closest drugstore concealer, in my opinion, to the Tarte Shape Tape, but not a complete dupe. So a lot of you guys were also telling me that you thought the Photo Focus was a way better dupe and like 100% dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I've been calling it like Shark Tape. I don't even know. Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So I figured I would put this to the test and give you my thoughts about whether I think that is true or not. But anyways, remember, this is my opinion and makeup products work differently on different people. So just keep that in mind. But anyways, if you guys would like to see more on these two concealers, then just keep watching. So I figure I'm gonna just cover all the bases for both of these concealers. So first, I'm gonna start with price. The Tarte Shape Tape, I did know the price of this. I know it's like either $21 or $23 I could be mistaken, but I know it's around like the low 20 range, which for a concealer isn't bad, because I know like the NARS, you know, creamy and radiant creamy, whatever you call it, concealer, that's like almost 30 bucks. And, you know, so there are other expensive concealers. So I think like low 20s is a pretty good, you know, price for a high-end concealer. And the amount of product you're getting, because you are getting 0.338 fluid ounces, and most concealers come with less than that. But anyways, so the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, this retails, I bought this at Walmart, and I believe it was $3.93. Don't ask me how I know like the exact price, but I just remember it because I purchased it. Like, I don't know, just beside the point, it's $3.93. So for a concealer, that is like super awesome, because some people go through concealers more often than others. I mean, because I have like a whole bunch of different concealers that I use. I don't use the same concealer every day, but I know some people like to just have one concealer. So if you have one concealer, you could be purchasing a concealer like almost every month, and you know, if it's $20+, that could get very pricey. So the fact that this is $3.93, we're just gonna call it $4. It's probably $4 pretty much wherever you go. I know Walmart is usually the cheapest, but for $4 for a concealer, that is great. So going back to the amount of fluid ounces, because I know I did just mention that this one had the 0.338 fluid ounces, you are getting a good bang for your buck, and I do notice that this one lasts me a lot longer than other concealers. Now, the Wet n Wild one comes with 0.29 fluid ounces, and I feel like generally most concealers come with about that much. So I do notice that, I do notice that this one does last me a little bit longer than other ones, but since this is so cheap, that wouldn't really bother me. Okay, so next I want to talk about application and the applicator. So as we all know, the Tarte Shape Tape has a really nice doe foot applicator. Now this one, hold on, this one is on the bigger side. So what I love about this applicator is that it picks up so much product that I can literally, I mean, for me, I think for most people probably, I can do both eyes without dunking it back in. So that's what I love about the applicator for the Tarte Shape Tape, and I have yet to see a concealer that has an applicator like this, a bigger doe foot, and it's just amazing, and I absolutely love it. So the Wet n Wild one is just a standard, you know, a smaller doe foot applicator. I do find myself dunking back in, you know, to do, you know, I can probably get away with doing one eye with one swipe and then go back in and do the other eye, but sometimes I have to go back in again. So I find a lot of concealers that's the case. So in terms of like application, I would say that no, they are not a dupe. This picks up way more product, but that's not like the most important thing that's going to determine whether it's a dupe or not. It's going to be blendability, formula, consistency, and how it wears. So let's get on into that. Okay, so for the formula, I don't think that they are I don't really think they're that close, to be honest. You know, most people might think that the formulas are close, but I just think that the Tarte Shape Tape is more full coverage. It's going to cover more. It's got a more creamier consistency that just blends a little bit better. And I find that this, the Wet n Wild, it's more sheer. So I'd have to, and even I tried like today, I tried layering it and it's still, I feel like, you know, it just wasn't giving me the same look that the Tarte Shape Tape does just by applying it once. But what I will say about this is it does blend out great. It does blend out beautifully. Again, this is not as full coverage as this. It's not as creamy as this. This is more sheer. So I wouldn't even say, this is definitely not even a full coverage. It'd be like a medium to full if you layered it up. But again, I layered it up twice. But why would, you know, the thing with layering concealers is you don't want to keep layering concealers because you don't want to look cakey under your eyes. So in that department, I don't know, you guys, I don't think that this is a dupe completely. Now, wearing and how it looks, again, I did notice that this is going to cover more than this. So that's why I don't think that they are 100, well, I don't think anything's going to be 100% dupe to this, but I don't think that they're very close dupes. I think that these might be two separate categories, but I do really like this concealer. This is a really great, this might even be my new favorite. The Maybelline Fit Me have been my favorite drugstore concealer for like ever. And this might, you know, be right up there with it. It's a really great concealer. It does blend out really nicely. It doesn't look cakey underneath the eyes when you set it or anything like that. It's just, like I said, it's definitely a more sheer formula, and it's not as like creamy of a consistency, because I find that I keep doing this, you guys, the Tarte Shape Tape has a more thicker, creamier consistency, and that's what makes it full coverage. But both look beautiful on the skin. But overall, in my opinion, you guys, I do not think the Wet n Wild Photo Focus is a dupe for this, but I do think that this is an excellent drugstore concealer, and I do love it. And the foundation, the Photo Focus foundation, you guys, like, oh my God, wearing it today, I am in love with it. And price point, again, I do think that Wet n Wild, I mean, they're just really stepping up their game in almost every single category of makeup, and it's amazing. But again, I would highly recommend this. Even though it's not a 100% dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, I would highly, highly, highly recommend the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. So that is it for this video. Let me know if you guys have tried the Wet n Wild Photo Focus and your thoughts on it, and whether you think it's a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape or not. Again, as I mentioned before, this is, in my opinion, it's not really a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I think they're separate categories. They're both excellent concealers, but that's just my opinion. I know makeup and all different products work differently for different people, so other people might think that this is an actual dupe. So yeah, just let me know. I'd like to know your thoughts on whether you think that this is or not and how you like it. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!